that mean so much to you and me. Let's talk.
And here's your host, Henry Benefield.
Well, hello, Let's Talk audience. No, I am not Henry Benefield. I'm Minister Leslie Calhoun, and I'm sitting in today for Henry. I guess I have a little running joke that today is my 62nd birthday, and this is probably one of my birthday gifts from Henry, so thanks, Henry. Anyway, welcome to Let's Talk. We have a very exciting show for you planned today. I have with me at this set two wonderful people. I have with me Mrs. Zette Yarbrough Heydrich of Reaching Self-Reliant Students. And then I also have Ms. Julie Witten of Breakthrough Cincinnati. And we're just going to talk about the whole show is focused on how young people are going to be able to be empowered and how better to have two of Cincinnati's icons sitting here with me. You're looking like, hey, that's you.
I'm trying to find the icon.
You are it. You are it, Mrs. Zette and Julie. I'm just going to let them have it. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for
I
having
know
me.
Henry would have loved to have been here, but he's got other things going on right now. But hey, Henry. Hope I do well. And then Julie, thank you.
Thank you.
I get excited when we all do the show. Many of you know that I am the guest coordinator, so that means I am one, along with Henry most times, we go out and we get guests, but what's so fantastic is Almighty God brings them in so many different ways.
Yes.
And the way that I have met, and we'll get to you later because I've known you for a while, I love her, but the way that I met Julie, I was reading the Cincinnati Herald, my edition of Cincinnati Herald, and I got this article and I said, Students Breakthrough to Academic Excellence. As many of you know, I'm a part of an organization that was founded by Henry called the 100 Plus African American Men's Chorus. And every year we put on a benefit concert, and all of the proceeds from this concert go to send young people on the Black College Bus Tour. So anything that is dealing with how to help children excel captures my eye. So as I was reading this, and I said, wow. And it goes to talking about how the program was so wonderful. I'm going to let you expound upon that. And then there was down in there, if you want more information, to call. And I says, I do. And I called you, and Julie and I, we hit it right off.
We did.
I told you you were my sister from another mister.
Yep, soul
and
sisters.
we're here. So why don't you tell us about Breakthrough Cincinnati?
I would be happy to. It's my favorite thing to talk about. And happy birthday to you. We're so happy to be here on your special day.
Thank you.
Breakthrough Cincinnati has been operating in our region for 25 years. We just had our 25th birthday last year, so I guess we're on to 26 now.
Okay.
And the program really, since its founding all those many years ago, has had two primary purposes. We identify middle school students, beginning when they're really in 5th grade, in elementary school, students who are on the cusp. They are kind of in the middle of the pack in their class. They're academically on pretty sound footing, so they're not in remediation, but they're not really experiencing they're not at the top of the class, so they're kind of on the bubble. And those students apply to participate in Breakthrough Cincinnati's Summer Academic Enrichment Program, and they do that for 4 years. So they're rising 6th through 9th grade year. So they spend 6 weeks every summer in our program really experiencing an academic boost. But the more special part of the program is the positive peer community. So we know how many temptations are out there and how hard it is to stay focused and stay on a track for college. That's really, I know we have that shared purpose here on the show tonight. So Breakthrough Cincinnati strives to help Cincinnati and Hamilton County students stay academically thriving through middle school and into high school. And then we help to establish their college-going mindset.
Wow.
So we offer a lot of positive support. And one of the ways that we do that is through sort of the second part of our mission, which is identifying college students and high school students to come and teach the program. Wow. So it has this dual focus of helping students get ready for college and life, and helping young people who might be interested in being teachers, a really diverse pool of future teachers, practice.
Wow.
So that's what we're all about.
Wow. And just the mere name, Breakthrough.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
were you the visionary behind this? Was this your vision?
Oh gosh, I wish I could claim credit for that, but many, many, many years ago, there were visionary business leaders, school leaders, philanthropists, and community members that got this going. My little interesting connection is that my grandfather was a part of the board of trustees for the organization many, many years ago. So I feel like I was called to do this work, and I'm just reminded of that every day when I see young people, so both our students and their college-age teachers, experience the growth and the mindset of being with people who also think it's cool to be smart.
And you know what I'm seeing? The passion, because I see your eyes welling up with.
You see that?
I see that. Don't you see that?
I do.
It's the passion is so real, and it's just amazing. One of the, well, most people know I'm a minister, and I try to not suppress what comes out.
you got
all the
me.
time. Yeah, because this is fantastic. But this is one of the things that I was meditating on this past Sunday, and I belong to a church called Zion Global Ministries. Freddie Pipes is my pastor. We had a guest speaker, and during his message, he talked about a passage in Mark 7, where it talked about how our Savior Yeshua, Jesus, had been doing all these wonderful things in the city, raising the dead and opening the blinded eyes and making the lame to walk. And it was one Syrophoenician woman that he raised her daughter, and he told them, don't tell anybody what I've done. But the people didn't. They told anyway. And the bottom part of that chapter said, and the people were amazed and they were astonished by the work that he did.
Yes.
And that he did the work so well. You know, not only did he do the work, but he did the work well. And that's what I see from you right now, Julie, is the passion to do the work well.
Thank you.
All right, we'll come back. Miss Zed.
Yes. Happy birthday to you.
You know, I told my mother when I spoke to my mother's 90 years old. Hey, Mom, she's watching Georgia Calhoun, and I told her just before I came, I told her happy birthday, you know, and she was talking. I told her because I was born cesarean section, and I said, well, you didn't have any pain with me. So you can't be blaming me. She says, how do you know that?
Thank you.
I said, because I was scheduled. But anyway, Zed, tell us about your organization.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. We love you.
I just love coming, and my organization's name is Reaching Self-Reliant Students. And our mission and goal is to equip and empower college-bound students and guide them through the collegiate funding journey. And our ultimate goal is to have them graduate college debt-free.
Wow.
And we have been successful for the past 25 years. We've been successful in having many students graduate debt-free. Many graduate with just a little bit owed. And we follow them through the process. We guide them and the parent. So the parent must participate also.
Wow.
We guide them through, We also go into some of the schools when we're invited, and we go into the schools and we teach college funding. We've gone to, we help them with their resumes. We collaborate with Tutor to You, Larry Hodges, for the ACT prep, which we know is vital, you know, for college-bound students. We assist them with their essays, and we work with both public and private schools.
Wow.
Just to give you an idea of what we do, one of the schools, some of the schools we've gone into have been Purcell Marion, Seven Hills, St. X, Withrow, Mount Healthy, Hughes, Euler, St. Ursula. And we get students from those schools and also students from Princeton, Walnut Hills, Mason High School, Dater, Sycamore High School, the Talbot House, DePaul Cristo Rey, and the School of Performing Arts.
So the county, the whole Hamilton County, and do you even go beyond maybe in Claremont County and some of the other areas?
So far, we're kept busy.
Okay. We speak expansion and increasing your territory. An excellent, excellent program. You have done so many wonderful things. It just amazes me how things collaborate, because now you two
Know each other.
are known.
That's your birthday gift.
Yes.
It's, you know what? I have a good friend, Dr. Sharon Brown Armstrong Watkins, and sometimes she says, "Girl, you just sometimes got to put down some shoe leather."
Yes.
And y'all, I mean, everybody want to put down
That's
some.
true.
But it just amazes me how the networking comes spiritually, because your goal and your goal are the same. She could very well say Breakthrough Cincinnati's mission is reaching self-reliant students, as well as she can say, you can say her mission statement. So that is phenomenal. Later on in the show, we're going to also have a gentleman who's going to be talking about another alternative as far as helping children to expand that is not academics, but is trade-wise.
Yes.
So there's a genre of areas that our children can really, really expand. So we just hope that those that are watching us will understand and get excited as we are about what's going to happen.
Yes, I'm excited, and each year I look forward to working with the students. And, you know, we do a collaboration with the Queen City Foundation also, and as you know, they work with a lot of the youth, and they've had a lot of success in doing that.
Wow. So hopefully that you guys will exchange information.
We will.
I will make sure that, you know, you all get the link, because after the show is aired, it goes and it gets downloaded to YouTube. So you can send your people all across, maybe even over the pond to London. No, who knows? I believe big things are going to come as a result of this Breakthrough Cincinnati's endeavors and reaching self-reliant students.
I'd like to say this. If anyone interested in connecting with us, here is our phone number.
That's right. Give them your phone
It's
number.
513-549-4502. I'll repeat it. 513-549-4502.
Okay, can they reach you by social media?
Yes, we have Facebook page.
Okay.
Reaching Self-Reliant Student Facebook page.
Okay.
And we invite you to come on our Facebook page. We have information regarding scholarships, college prep, anything connected to education. They can go on there and find many things.
Okay.
Yes.
Julie, and how could they reach you?
Yeah, this is all so exciting. Ooh, our phone number, 513-979-0345. Website is breakthroughcincinnati.org. And one very small plug, I know we're finishing up. We are still hiring teachers for this summer.
Okay.
So if you are or know of a late high school or college student interested in teaching or community service and looking for a really powerful summer experience, please visit our website and apply to come and work with our phenomenal program.
All right, now tell them again, give them your number and the website again.
It's 513-979-0345, and the website is breakthroughcincinnati.org, and we are also on Facebook if you look up Breakthrough Cincinnati.
Well, let's reach out and touch. I'm so thankful. Thank you,
Thank
Ms.
you
Zeb.
for
We just
having
love
us.
you.
I love you too.
Julie, I just love
New
you.
friends.
We sure have. And Cincinnati Herald is where I got it from. There's great news all through the Cincinnati Herald. Shout out to Jan Marie Lemon Kearney and Eric Kearney, their paper. And thank you. We're just grateful.
Yes.
So
Thank
on
you for
behalf of
having
Henry
us.
Bennyfield, our producer and the staff of Let's Talk, thank you for being part of my birthday.
Thank you for having us.
All right, well, there you have it. Stay tuned to some of the 100 Plus Men African American course. We're going to play a little bit, and we'll join you back in a few minutes. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Indeed, I am my brother's keeper. I pledge this solemn creed. Like in the days of Cain and Abel, we should learn from the past. We are our brother's keeper. That's what helps to make this future last. Now this hood keeps expanding. From city to county to state. There's brothers from all over dispelling lies from hate. Now, this hood that we mentioned, it's bigger than most think. It includes all us brothers. That's power when we link. Are you your brother's keeper? In word or thought? Indeed, I am my brother's keeper. I pledge this solemn creed.
Okay.
We lift him. We love him. We love ourselves. The scripture goes on to say, woe to he who is alone. Or if he falls with no other, then we bless what Jesus has shown. If one can overpower, he's who is alone. Two can resist him, and the cord of three is strong. Hallelujah, brother's keeper. His word or thought is deed. I am my brother's keeper. I pledge this solemn creed. Looking from a distance, this world can seem unknown. A symphony of brotherhood is how real men are grown. This alliance that's created as we stand today as one, regardless of our difference, we have overcome. Broadening perspective, learning to be fair, working through our hardships because the brotherhood is there. Are you your brother's keeper? In word or thought or deed, I am my brother's keeper. I pledge this solemn creed.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome back. You know, it's amazing how things work out. Henry's not here, but then he was here. Because as you were listening to the 100 plus African American Men's Chorus, and the lead solo on Bridge Over Troubled Waters was Henry Benefield. Isn't that amazing? And DeAndre, young man that was doing the rapping, was DeAndre, a part of the 100 plus African American Men's Chorus. And while I'm talking about them, I want to invite our public and our viewing audience to join the 100 plus African American Men's Chorus on Sunday, April the 28th at Zion Baptist Church on Glenwood Avenue in Avondale, where the 100 plus African American Men's Chorus will be presented in a full concert. And they're going to be opening up the convention for the Cincinnati Baptist Ministers Conference. So we want you to mark your calendars for April the 28th, 5 p.m., Zion Global Ministries, Zion Baptist Church on Glenwood Avenue, Reverend Cantrell. All right. Well, I have my second segment here, and I've got some fantastic men that are joining me. They're from the Level and Trade Academy, and I have the founder with me to whatever side you are. What is it? My left. My left. Mr. Troy Holmes Sr. or the first?
The first.
The first.
Yeah.
And to my right, I have his son, Troy Holmes the second. And then
works.
I
said that works.
that works?
I was gonna say two.
I already got this brother's number right here. I love him. And then we have Mr. Armonte, what was his name? Owens, who is a student at Level and Trade Academy. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
You know, I know you're probably more excited to see me than Henry, aren't you?
Oh, for sure.
I know, that's right. Thank you. Anyway, Mr. Holmes, tell us about Level and Trade Academy.
Well, first of all, I would like to extend a happy birthday wish
Thank
to
you. I appreciate that.
How old are you now, 28?
I'm 26
Okay, I was a little.
in reverse.
Oh, okay.
26 in reverse. Okay. All right. We're going to leave it at that. Oh, yeah. And so, yeah, tell us about the Lebanon Trade Academy doing great things, what it is, and your purpose and your mission.
Lebanon Trade Academy is a veteran-based trade school program. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay.
This past summer is when we started at 1889 Central Parkway,
Okay.
downtown in the, actually it's the Sentinel Police Association building.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We have one of our brothers, Eddie Hawkins, is a part
Yes.
of the 100 Plus African American
Yes.
Corps, and he's the chief of the Sentinels,
Yeah.
or the president.
He was the president.
Was.
He's no longer, but Eddie is the one who actually voted us in as a program, as the president.
Oh,
Him and my
wonderful.
cousin Ron Avant, they spoke highly of what I was going to do.
Guitarist, Ron. Well,
Yes,
you plays
plays
for the
for the
100 Plus
100
African.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
When are you guys going to join? Okay. Can you sing? Can you sing solo?
Solo, you cannot hear
That's
me.
what I'm talking about. Okay. Tell us more.
But this past summer, we had about 15 students from ages 11 to 20.
Okay.
And we taught them electrical applications, drywall repairs, taught them how to frame walls, how to tear out walls. Lots of handyman stuff, like how to change, something as simple as how to change doorknobs and deadbolts.
Wow.
You know, so whatever we seen in a building that was something that can be taken apart and put back together, that's how we, we brought them.
Okay. How do you get your projects? Or do you purchase buildings and repair them, or people give you things? How does that?
Well, the agreement that I have with the Sentinel Police Association is that they allow me to come in and teach
Okay.
my classes and my courses, and me paying them back, I do remodeling projects in the building.
Wonderful.
So it's
okay.
an upgrade. It's a
Okay.
win-win for both. Yes.
Wow, so you do the work, but they're getting something by providing you with that. That is excellent.
Yes.
That is excellent.
Yes.
As the son of the visionary, and you told me your role was taskmaster and enforcer and all of that.
And I try to make it a little easier because he really is the military guy.
Uh-oh. Okay. He lives military.
Yeah, he's really the military guy. I try to keep it easy on the
Okay.
kids, but they know.
Well, in conversation earlier, your dad had told me that you began painting because Lebanon Trade Academy, it deals with, I guess, trades, plumbing, electrician. Go the list of all of the different genres that are involved.
Painting, drywall, carpentry, flooring, plumbing, electrical applications, handyman services, which could be, like I said, as simple as changing doorknobs, perhaps, something as simple as if your front door is not closing correctly, being able to actually look at the problem and repair it.
Oh, that is excellent. All right, well, Troy, T2.
That's it, too.
That's it.
Is that right?
That's
it.
T1,
Yeah.
T1, T2. Okay, T2. As a part of this whole genre of the Level Trade Academy, what excites you the most about this program?
The youth, they keep me young. Knowing what's going on out here, being able to relate, because my neighborhood, it was the best to me, but if somebody else looked at it, it wasn't, it wasn't the best place to stay. But I learned a lot of stuff out of there, and now we're here.
Do you consider yourself maybe in the role of marketer? Do you go out and get promote the school and try to get different ones to attend?
Well, of course I do.
Okay.
I'm always speaking of the school. So I work as a plumber for a local company,
Okay.
and I'm always throwing it out there. Some people interested in sending kids their way. I run into teachers who I might know some students that might enjoy that, So I'm always promoting the school because I'm living it.
What I found so exciting, and we're going to shout out to Dale Williams, who is also a part of your organization,
Yes.
and Vicki Williams, who is a part of Let's Talk as well, for introducing us, because this is not your first time on our
Right.
show. You've been on it before.
Yes.
But what I love so much about your whole vision, everybody is not geared for college.
Exactly.
You know, there are people who just, as well as they would want to, just academically can't. And so you have opened up a way where the God-given talents that they have with their hands and to be
Yes.
able to do things. I remember I have a nephew who, back when he was growing up, he's 33 now, but it used to be a little game called Steel Tech or something that you could go, and it was pieces of tools and parts that you could put together. Cost, you know, at Toys R Us at that time were like $40. I didn't have it. We'd go to the secondhand store. I'd give him a radio, about 50-cent radios, and a screwdriver, and all day long he took that thing apart. You know what I'm saying? Those
Yes.
types of skills. And I giggle about it now, but it wasn't nothing to go buy a radio or some type of component from a secondhand store and let him twinkle with it. And he was very, very good at that, ended up doing some things in IT.
Yes.
Armonte, as a student of Level and Trade Academy, what drives you? What gets you excited? And how did you come about learning about it?
Well, actually, what I came through a truancy case. Kinda,
Okay.
Yeah, but they had referred me to go through him as like a, what do they call it?
Diversion.
Yeah, diversion. And so ever since then, I like the program because I like to work with my hands. So
Okay. So what it allowed you to do was a 180. Headed one way, and I understand about the diversions. I have a young son who happens right now to be in London. And I'm not talking about the country over the pond.
Yes.
I'm talking about London Correctional Institution.
Right. Yeah. Lockdown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doing wonderful things there. But diversions, you know, to provide a young man or a young girl with another alternative. You know, the Bible says all of us have done something, all of us have sinned. But I love the fact that what Level and Trade Academy is doing is reaching those young men and women who may have found themselves a little detoured
Yes.
for whatever purpose. But they've been brought back on the right path. This is excellent. This is wonderful. You have a story behind the name of your school. Share that.
Yes. Level and Trade Academy is actually named after my grandmother and my mother.
Okay.
My grandmother's first name was Luella, and my mother's first name was Evelyn, so I named it Levelin.
Okay, great.
Yes. And as we all know, it takes a village.
Amen. It
Okay,
does.
and I'm just a part of it. I'm a small portion of the village that it's going to take to help redirect the lives of young men and women from ages 13 and up.
Amen.
Okay, we did have 11-year-olds in our program this past summer, which they were doing the electrical work. You know, I had 11-year-olds taking apart light switches and outlets and putting them back together.
Wow.
And Mr. Dale Williams, who was my assistant at the school, all the electrical applications. He made sure that everybody was very, very knowledgeable about what he was doing, and so they would know what to do.
Excellent. Before we run out of time, give the viewing audience your contact information. You had a board. What happened to your board? Bring.
There it
All
is.
right.
Trying not to put you out.
You know what? Hey, folks, it's a poor dog don't wag its own tail. So, or a poor fish that won't swim in its own pond,
That's
however you want to
right.
do it.
That's right.
But Level and Trade Academy now enrolling for construction trades, 513-903-8457. Fantastic. Did you make your sign yourself?
No, I did not have these made.
Who
I was
made them?
actually, I can't think of the sign companies down on Vine Street. I was working on a project, and he was a couple of doors down, and I went in and had him make
Well,
it for
look
me.
at there.
Yes. Yeah.
Look at there. Fantastic. Well, I'm just grateful that you can sign that.
Okay.
I was like, take a shine all night.
Right. Just really, really grateful that you guys took the time to join us and to be a part. And for whoever young men, young women that might find themselves in some sort of turbulent situations, give you a call.
Yes.
And you know, and it's a ministry, and then you guys are doing a wonderful work. There's a quick story that I call it the starfish story. Most people know about it, but just to share it quickly, a young man and his dad were walking on the beach one day, and as they were walking, they saw these things flopping down at the end of the beach. And the young boy said, "Dad, what are those?" He said, "Those are nothing but a bunch of starfish." So the young boy ran down to the shore, picked up one of the starfish, threw it back in the ocean, and he did that repetitively. Picked one up, threw it back in, picked one up, threw it back in. And finally the dad hollered, "What are you doing? You can't hardly make a difference." And the boy picked up a starfish, threw it in the ocean. He said, "I made a difference for that one." Hi,
Yes.
starfish. And that's what you do.
Yes.
You make a difference. So thank you for being a part on behalf of Henry Benefield and
Thank
again the staff of Let's Talk. We thank you for being a part, and most importantly, being a part of my 26th birthday.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Wouldn't have had no other way.
All right, well, we're going to get ready for the next set, and then coming up, a young lady, Chyla Warren, will be with me, joining me. I don't know if my producers are going to set something up, or I see a signal like, keep talking. Well, we can, oh, they're telling me, it's in cut. See, this is what I love about live TV. You know, we can either make it or we can break it, and we're making this right now. You got any jokes? Anything you can tell? You know
Any jokes? No jokes.
What are some of the funny things that happen in the trade? You know, any kind of crazy
yes.
things?
We were demoing a wall, taking a wall out, and one of the kids, you know, I just told him, just tear it out.
Okay.
So this one kid, he decides, I won't say his name, but he decides he wanted to be a martial artist, but he ran and he kicked a hole through the wall, and his foot went all the way through and hit a copier.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think the producers are ready now for a segment. Don't know what we're getting ready to see, but we're thinking.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
When a student comes in, please know that we do push-ups for disciplinary actions.
Ooh.
Drop down and give me 20.
It's true.
He knows.
Have any of you ever hit your finger, your nail, or your hand with a hammer?
Yes.
So that ain't only on cartoons, that's for real, huh?
Yeah, it's real life.
Yes, that
We
is
had to
real.
dial 911.
900 even.
We didn't dial 911. They come too slow.
Oh, so you had to get some expedited help.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I just know that all of that, and girls, are girls encouraged to be a
Yes,
part?
males and females. We
Okay.
encourage girls especially because there is a shortage of women in construction trades. And sad to say, but there's a lot of women that will outwork men.
Well, I could see that
You know.
being the case in some instances. I can't read that. Oh, the 100+ African American Men's Chorus. Again, we're going to share that they're going to be in concert April the 28th, and we're going to be hearing something from them right now. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Let's Talk. I am your host, Minister Leslie Calhoun, sitting in for Henry Benefield, and he hasn't been here because, again, you've heard him just now on a video that was done by the 100 Plus African American Men's Chorus, who will be in full concert on April the 28th, Sunday, April 28th at 5 p.m. They'll be doing a full-line concert at Zion Baptist Church, Reverend Cantrell on Glenwood Avenue. They'll be opening up the Cincinnati chapter of the Baptist Ministers Conference, so we're looking forward to that. I have with me a dynamic young lady, Miss Chyla Warren. She is here. Oh, you are so pretty, you just gritted. She's here, and she is running as a debutante with the Delta Cotillion, 2019 Delta Cotillion. But not only that, you're an outstanding student at Lakota West. I can tell Chyla that I knew her before her mother knew her, because her grandmother and I are friends, and her great-grandmother, Levon, is friends of mine. And what's Von's mother's name? Mrs. Iris Warren. All of these are Zone 15 Lincoln Heights people. Welcome, Shyla.
Hi, thank you for having me.
We are so excited. Tell us about this cotillion and what you're doing.
It's basically all just helping me get to college. I really want to go for pre-med at Howard.
Oh, wonderful.
Either Howard or Southern University. I haven't quite decided yet.
Southern in Louisiana?
Yes.
Okay.
So, dancing and pre-med.
Dancing and pre-med. So
Yes.
I saw in a YouTube video not too long ago where there was a doctor that was dancing around her patients. They said it was helpful. It helped them with that. So in your quest, you have a particular position you're running for in the cotillion?
Yes, Miss Debutante, she is basically the person who out this whole, since December until April 20th has just showed so much character in the community, helping people, volunteering, just a person that just, has fought to be where she wants to be.
So what type of volunteering do you do in the community?
I am part of a Big Brother Little Sister program.
Okay.
So we all get a little kid that we just help throughout the week. If they need help with homework, if they need to call you for support. I started a group at my school.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I go to a predominantly white school.
Okay.
So I started a group for the minority in my school just for us to talk about the problems that go on with us that the school doesn't necessarily address outside of us. So I started that, and then I do a lot of volunteering through soup kitchens, and I actually do the Delta Sigma Theta GEMS program.
Wonderful. Just a little bit about the program that you started in school. What's the name of it?
We haven't really came up with a name
you
yet.
haven't come up with a name?
It's still a little new. It's only been in effect a week or two. It took a lot of planning.
From the inside looking out?
Yes.
Okay. How does the district accept that? Did you run into any type of snags or stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of being different. There's a quote that my good friend Kelly Prather shared with me one time. It's by a lady by the name of Virginia Salter. And the quote simply says that we gather together based upon our similarities, but we grow based upon our differences.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense. You do seem to kind of gravitate to people who are similar to you, but in order to grow, you have to expand. So kudos to you for doing that, for having that unction to have a group that you can kind of support. And hopefully what will happen is that those who are of different ethnicities will come to understand some of the things that drive you.
Yeah.
And let us all know that up underneath this big organ called skin, we're all about the same, but you do need a place to vent and kind of let some stuff out.
This last year and a half has definitely been a little outside of my comfort zone, but I've loved it so much. I've met so many people that are just ready to help me get where I need to be. And it's really
So you met them through the process of
the whole Delta program, mentors and everything. They just really helped me.
Wonderful. Well, one of my dearest friends, Dr. Karen Bankston, is a Delta. My pastor, Pastor Marcia Pipes, is a Delta. I know Michelle Tony is a Delta. Cammie Jo Montgomery. I know lots of Deltas.
Well,
but then I know lots of AKAs as well. I'm neither, but I tell people when I'm talking with a Delta, I'm a Delta Aka. And then if I have a person who I'm dealing with that's an AKA, I'm an Aka Delta. So I have sister friends who are Delta and sister friends who are AKA, and I love all of you all. But right now, and if you saw the show earlier, although you didn't wear your red, everybody on set had on red, and I said, we're doing that to let Shyla know that Holy Spirit is pleased with you, and we're acknowledging you through the color of red, which I love anyway because it's the blood of Yeshua, our Lord and Savior Jesus, and it's just a bright, thrilling color. But we're talking about Delta and how that organization or that group of women have propelled you. I know you couldn't have no greater push because your great-grandmama, your great-great-great-grandmama, your great-grandmama, and your grandmother and your mother always were, like the lady we had on the show earlier, breakthrough. So you had no choice.
But to be something
You
great.
better, yeah, you had no choice because I'll tell a quick story, and your grandmother LaVon might remember this. My son Jordan, when he was born, he weighed 4 pounds and 12 ounces because the umbilical cord had been tied around his neck and he was in fetal distress. Well, your grandmother LaVon, they wouldn't release Jordan from the hospital until he weighed 5 pounds. Your grandmother came and that sister prayed, and to God be the witness, the next day Jordan's weight was up and he was released. He was able to be released. Oh, glory. Thinking about that now, it just amazes me. So you come from great, great, great roots, sister.
Yes, I definitely have a group of fighters behind
Yeah,
me.
that is wonderful. You also, so you're in school full time, you're working, you're trying to make preparations for school. I understand in reading your bio that you've chosen not to graduate early, but to stay and do your senior year with your beginning class.
Yes, so I would be a senior in high school, but a freshman at Cincinnati. Well, UC.
Okay, oh, how'd that work?
It's a program, it's a CCC program. It's basically for any student in Cincinnati.
CCC, what is that?
They don't explain it to us.
Oh, just a lot of African, okay.
Yeah, like literally my school didn't explain it to us at all. I found out through one of my mentors in Delta, because they were trying to force me to graduate early.
Okay.
And my grandmother was like, you know what, just 17 up in D.C. or in Louisiana, I just don't know if that's the best fit.
Yeah, so they wanted to make sure that you get a little bit more.
She introduced us to the program, and it's basically just any student in Cincinnati that is like above their credits they already need. So like if you're a junior, like my school, we need 20 credits to graduate. I'm already at 22.
Okay.
As a junior. So like it was basically an option for me to like not only gain credits as a high school student, but also start gaining my college credits when I do go to college.
So it's almost like the best of two worlds.
Yeah.
You'll still be able to experience the senior year with your people, but you also
experience
accumulating.
college.
Yeah. See,
and then I basically will be going into college as a sophomore or junior with all my credits.
All right. Well, let's get to some of the girly stuff I asked you about the cotillion.
Yes.
You're going to get all pretty, and you said you've already gotten your dress.
Yes, we had our photo shoot 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
They're so pretty, my pictures.
When is the cotillion? And
April 20th.
And tell where it's going to be at.
It's at the Manor House in Mason.
A wonderful, beautiful place.
Yes, it's so pretty. We had our photo shoot there, and I cried so much.
You cried?
Yes.
Because you looked pretty?
Yes, and it was just really emotional.
But just to see all the young ladies in your gowns and to be there.
And it's really a statement to yourself. Like, I really made it through, like, because most of them are seniors. I'm probably like the second youngest one. Like, most of them are seniors. So it's just like, we really made it through high school. Like, the stereotypes and the fights we had to go through, like, mentally and physically, just to push yourself to go through. And, like, I really did all this. Like,
wonderful. So, Charlotte, if somebody wanted to connect with you after this show, you're on social media?
Yes.
Instagram, Twitter? Okay, good. But tell them you're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. My name is Chyla Warren. Everybody spells it wrong. So it's CHIYLA and then Warren.
Okay.
And then a lot of people contact my grandmother, my mother. So it's Cheryl Warren Smith at Facebook, and then Cheryl Warren Smith, and then Siobhan Warren.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so you said you could go to Southern.
Yes.
In Louisiana, or you could go to Washington. Where's the Howard in D.C. So that would be snow versus weather. It's warm weather,
humidity. So complete opposites.
All the seafood and the Southern hospitality and. Is Southern an HBCU?
Yes, they're both HBCUs.
Oh, right. Southern is an HBCU, and that's what I was sharing with you earlier. Hopefully you can come because the cotillion is on the 20th of April, and the 100+ Men are going to be in concert on the following Sunday on the 28th. But the group that Henry started and men across the tri-state are part of is called the 100+ African American Men's Chorus, and they put on concerts to raise money to send underprivileged youth on the Black College Bus Tour.
Oh,
And we attend, they attend all the different Southern colleges, you know, or the Fisk and the Morehouse and the Clarks and the Southerns and all over. And then they also go, you know, so anywhere there's an HBCU. So great. So that's the choice. You have New Orleans, go NOLA. But then I don't know anything about how that's a good school as well. There, but you had to deal with the snow. But either one of those.
Yes.
So are you waiting for acceptance letters, or when did you start that process?
I'm gonna start applying this summer.
Okay.
But I think I'm just right now. I'm just like, my focus is which school for. First of all, is gonna be the cheapest.
Okay.
For me to go with scholarships and like fundraising and stuff.
Okay.
And then after, like, where can I dance at? And where can I be happy?
So you already know the pattern of prayer.
Yes.
And you already know how to request it. One of my favorite scriptures that I like to share with young people comes out of Proverbs 16, verse 3. And I think we might have talked about it in the conversation before. But it simply says, if you commit to the Lord, if you commit to Yahweh, whatever you do, it will be successful. So whatever you make your commitment to, darling, it's going to be okay. So all right now is that you just have to sit and do, you know, is this a good place for me to go? And I can dance and I can still study to become the medical expert that I want to be. Good for you.
Just like my grandmother said, I'll be accepted into where I need to be.
Wherever you will be. So are you excited about this whole thing?
Yes.
I can't even remember. How old are you?
17.
I can't even remember what it was like to be 17. But I get the passion coming from you, and you're such a joy to sit. I see it all over you. I wish you the best with your endeavors. We want you to win. What are you going for? Miss Debutante. We put it in the atmosphere right now. That you will be successful in that endeavor as a Delta, and you will be one of my Delta sisters.
Yes.
And so I just know that as you go forward, Chyla, you're going to dance, and you probably dance and heal at the same time. Whoa, through the majestic ways that how our Father in heaven does that. Anything you want to share? Any closing?
Yes, if you would like to help me get to my path to Miss Debutante, my mother's email is ShavonWarren@gmail.com, and my grandmother's is SherylWSmith.ss@gmail.com.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining me on my 26th birthday. Thank you, Henry, for letting me sit in for you. Thank you, Chyla.
Thank you for having
I want to
me.
thank my guest, Miss Julie.